Made it home. We brought her back. We brought the Element back home. That was a long haul, but we made it and it's still running.
Hallelujah.
Oh. Get the AC on. Oh, looks the same. Well, the victory tour has come to an end. We made it back home. 12 weeks later, 9,189 miles we traveled. Well, the car traveled. We traveled a lot further. That's 14,788 kilometers. And we got her back in one piece. Although we did go through 5 tires, 1 transmission, 1 motor mount, a couple of rear axles. But other than that, things are looking pretty good. Time to strip it all back down now and see if we can turn it back into an Element. First thing we got to do is get our bikes off here. The bikes turned out to be very useful in some places, in La Paz, in Zion, Bryce Canyon. Great places for cycling. Even in Joshua Tree we cycled. What was nice with that rack is that you could actually open up the back with the bikes there. So now these were great. These are very comfortable high back chairs for lounging, and this we bought while we were there is a bench, but it works very well as a table. So the combination of those is what we would use to set up quickly, table and chairs. Dishes, the stove. Now, you don't need anything more than that stove. This is just a little butane stove. Takes the canisters, and when you need to get more canisters, go to a Korean market. They only cost a couple bucks there. Where other places they were $6, $7, $8 each. Our dishes. Always handy, your torque wrench, and I had to use it sometimes to take the tires off, which isn't the best thing for a torque wrench, but put it at a high torque. Fridge worked well, fit right in there, and takes a bit of power, anyway from 25 to 45 watts. All our drawers with the spices worked out well, other than we took too many spices. And the cutlery drawer worked out great. So this whole end worked out fine. Well, our storage worked very well under here. The backpacks hanging on the doors worked out excellent. Now the toilet, it was only used a couple of times in a case of emergency, but the main thing is that it rode there the entire time And so anybody that feels they need that worked. Means you give up quite a bit of space there, but if you need it, you need it. So our bed system worked great. We didn't push it in all the time. We left it this part out so that we only had to pull the bed out at night and put one cushion down, and that way we could leave the back set in the down position if we wanted to. But this all worked very well. The console table really worked out. This pivots so that if you have the chair sideways, you could use that as a small desk. But very comfortable for driving, and I think I might just leave that in. So we stored the solar panels between the cushions, but we actually left these rear ones in all the time. And this was also a great place to store your cushions, your pillows for your bed, right in there. The seat belt being clamped. And those clamps, you really need to make these clamps for your seat belt. And so you can store your cushion behind there. We kept that always closed. So, and we also had one for the skylight and a bug screen. So with those, all we had to do is just put the back one in, and we put our front driver passenger side and the front one in at night, or if we were in a place where we needed to have the privacy. Now we also blew the side airbag. That was in the Copper Canyon. That's just regular wear and tear on an Element seat. And we picked up a lot of dirt traveling on those roads. Looking inside there. Yeah, there's about a 1/4 inch of dirt in there. This can take some cleaning. There. It's like we're ready to take the platform out. Okay. So I think we'll bring it this way. Well, the seats went back in, which is good. We missed our youngest grandson's birthday while we were away, so we gotta go and pick him up. So it's we're ready for passengers now. Still gonna need to do a whole cleanup of the inside, but it's a start. Oh. Still got all the stuff on the roof. Time to take a look what we got up top here. Well, there's our gas can. Didn't really need it. We only found we needed it one time. Well, I guess once is enough. It's our water. That's the room for the awning. This is our folding table, which was really handy. And we've got our 2 red folding chairs over there, which are very simple and work well with the table. So our donut, which came in handy, used that 5 times. So, oh, and there's a stick Francis picked up in Mexico and brought all the way back. So see if we can get this all cleared out here. Had to buy a new tie strap. The one that we had just completely disintegrated in the sun. Well, there's Roberto's rope, left over from Copper Canyon funnel for filling up the transmission all the time. Well, I tell you, the sun really took a beating on these things. Well, we had our water up on the roof, our drinking water. The only thing about it is that your water got pretty hot. But with the fridge, you could put some water in the fridge to keep it cool, but probably could have used a bit larger container. This was only a 6-gallon. I think that donut has had the biscuit, so to speak. Looking pretty bad. But it got used 5 times. Well, I can't say enough about the ARB awning. It is the perfect thing for the element if you want to make yourself an extra lean-to. But if you really want to do it, get the add-on room. I'm just going to set it up right now because the storms that hit us in Oklahoma, it's still pretty wet. So we're going to let it dry out for a while. So the room just clips onto the awning. You can't use it by itself. It needs the awning for the support. But get a couple clips here. And it's an 8 by 8 by 6 foot tall, which is a huge space. And we just zip this side on here. Well, like I've said before, this couldn't fit any better. This is like it's made for the element, and gives you an 8 by 8 by 6 foot high room with solid walls or screens. And if you lift the front screen up, you can make a canopy out of it. Well, there is one problem with the ARB room. And the problem is, if you can see how it has to attach, there is a channel here, okay, all the way along, and on the edge of the room, there's a bead. You can see that bead there. And what you have to do is you have to slide that bead all the way along here, which is almost impossible. So what I've done is I've made these magic clips, and the way it works is that it slides onto the bead and then it clips into the track. So you can see that again. So it slides on, so you can see we've got them all the way along here. There it is. And what it does is it clips into the track and is held by pressure. So when you want to go, you just push this and it releases. Okay? When you want to clip it on, you just put it in the track like this, and you're back in business. So other than that, this thing is perfect. And I'm going to try to figure a way to make a simpler clip. But in the meantime, that's what I'm doing. We've added the on the front a couple of poles for the it's the canopy that covers the screen. So you can see there's 2 poles and a rod across the top, and that just gives you a little protection, because this is where we normally have our table in here, and if there's a little bit of rain, just protect you and keep the sun off you. But this is the room, I tell you.